Assalamualaikum and hello everyone. My name is Sharifan Ramadhani, and in this video presentation, I will analyze about Malaysia's trade performance from 2020 till 2025. Malaysia is one of the most open economies in the world, and our trade performance reflects the direction of national growth. From 2020 to 2025, Malaysia faced global disruption, strong recoveries, and shift in demand. In this documentary, we'll explore Malaysia trade trends, major sector, trade partners, and future prospects. We also highlight key patterns and provide recommendations for strengthening Malaysia's trade position. The time from 2020 to 2025 was highly dynamic. Malaysia's trade declined sharply in 2020 due to pandemic lockdown, but starting in 2021, recovery picked up, and by 2022, Malaysia achieved a strong rebound driven by high demand for electronics. In 2023 and 2024, trade stabilized following global inflation and weaker demand. By 2025, Malaysia maintained moderated but stable growth. These key phases shape the trend we will break down in detail. Malaysia's exports closely follow global cycle. In 2020, exports dropped significantly, but in 2021, activity resumed, and in 2022, exports surged, largely driven by the electronic sector, palm oil, and petroleum products. Imports show the same pattern, increasing as industries recovered and required more components. After this peak, both export and import normalized from 2023 onward. By 2025, Malaysia's trade remaining steady, reflecting a maturing industrial environment. When we look at imports by end use, intermediate goods dominate. These include electronic components, industrial chemical and machinery parts essential for Malaysia's factories. Capital goods such as machines and equipment show consistent growth, reflecting industry's upgrades. Consumption goods remain the smallest portion. Overall, Malaysia's import structure supports manufacturing-driven economy. In 2025, electrical and electronics remain Malaysia's largest export sector, representing over 1/3 of exports. This includes semiconductor and integrated circuit used worldwide. Other major sectors include petroleum products, palm oil, chemical, and machinery. These industries illustrate Malaysia's balanced combination of high-tech manufacturing and resource-based export. Malaysia's major import complement its export structure. The country imports a large volume of E&E components used in manufacturing. Machinery and equipment also form a major share, supporting industrial expansion. Chemical, refined petroleum, and metal product follows. All these imports feed to Malaysia's manufacturing ecosystem, enabling value-added production for export. Next, I will explain about export destination. Every country has a different demand, so export destination help us understand where our products are going and which market is the most important. For this data, we can see the main export destination includes countries such as China, Singapore, the United States, Japan, and Thailand. These countries consistently buy a lot of our products, especially electrical and electronic goods, palm oil, petroleum, and manufactured products. Why these countries? Because they have strong purchasing power, stable trade relationship, and some are geographically close to us. For example, Singapore is our nearest partner, so trade is very fast and efficient. Meanwhile, China and the United States are large economies with very high demand. By identifying our export destination, Malaysia can plan better trade strategy, focus on high demand market, and strengthen economic growth. So overall, export destination is important because it shows who buy from us and help ensure our export remain competitive. Malaysia's top import source is China, reflecting China's role as the world manufacturing center. Malaysia's import machinery, electronic components, and industrial supplies from China. Singapore serves as both a supplier and a transit hub, while the United States and Taiwan provide high-technology input such as semiconductor equipment. These sources are critical to Malaysia's production capacity and industrial competitiveness. Malaysia benefits greatly from Asian Free Trade Agreement. FTA reduces tariffs, simplify customs procedures, and supports integrated production network. Strong trade relationship with Singapore, Thailand, Vietnam, and Indonesia help Malaysia maintain efficient supply chain. Singapore provides financial and logistic support. Thailand strengthens automotive and electronic linkage, while Vietnam offers expanding demand and technology partnerships. In 2024, Penang led the nation as the largest exporting state, driven by its semiconductor and electronic manufacturing ecosystem. Selangor followed with strong industrial output, machinery, and electronic. Johor continued to perform well due to the port connectivity and manufacturing cluster. Sarawak remained vital for LNG export. These state-level differences show Malaysia's economic diversity and regional strengths. Across Malaysia's trade data, several trends become clear. First, the dominance of the E&E sector means Malaysia's performance is closely tied to global technology cycle. Second, China remains central as both a major export destination and import source. Third, intermediate goods dominate export, confirming Malaysia's role as a manufacturing hub. Lastly, re-export are rising gradually, showing Malaysia's growing position as a logistics center. These patterns carry important economic implications. Strong exports support jobs, foreign investment, and national revenue, but heavy reliance on imported components mean Malaysia is exposed to global supply chain disruption. Geopolitical tension, global inflation, and technology competition could affect Malaysia's stability. Understanding the economic impact helps ensure Malaysia make informed policy decisions. Looking forward, Malaysia's trade outlook is stable but competitive. The semiconductor sector will continue to grow due to demand to artificial intelligence, data center, 5G, and electric vehicle. Renewable energy component, green technology, and digital service will create new export opportunities. Import of high-tech machinery will rise as Malaysia advances in automation. However, Malaysia must prepare for global supply chain restructuring and geopolitical uncertainties. To strengthen Malaysia's trade performance, several strategies are recommended. First, diversify export beyond E&E to reduce dependency. Second, invest heavily in innovation, Industry 4.0, and high-value manufacturing. Third, upgrade logistic infrastructure to supply re-export growth. Finally, deepen partnership with Asian and global markets to enhance resilience and competitiveness. In conclusion, Malaysia's trade performance from 2020 to 2025 reflect resilience, recovery, and strategic growth. With continuous innovation, investment, and strong partnership, Malaysia is well positioned to remain its leading trade nation in the region. Thank you for watching this presentation.